Showtime. There you go. He is looking better already. YouTube, I am back with another video today. And everybody that came over to the channel today, we really appreciate you guys coming through today, all right? Of course, we're gonna talk about this Sabre Dagger micro pistol right here, which is the 9mm. Had a freaking blast at the range with this thing, and it was pretty fun. Now, the question is this truly, and you've seen it in the thumbnail, is this truly the Glock 43X killer? You have to let me know in the comment section below. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a big contender for that spot right there. Here it is, right here, guys. And we're gonna get into this gun today. Check it out. And we're gonna look at everything, all the specs, and all of that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about some configurations that you can perform on this pistol right here. Now, not only do they have the micro compact sizes like this, they also have full size pistols on the website. And you can see that right now. And there's many different flavors that you can choose from on Palmetto State Armory's website. I would most definitely say this is the premium step up of the Dagger line of pistols that they've had in the past. So their previous pistols that they've had, they were good, they were okay, but this just takes it up to a whole nother notch right here. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump into this review. All right, so let's check out this Sabre Micro Dagger. And yes, guess what? It comes in this case right here. So a little bit different from the norm, where usually they'll send you a box or they'll send you, you know, some kind of cheap cardboard box or something like that. No, you actually get this Savior case right here, and these things are amazing. I have 3 of them now and I really enjoy them, so I was happy that they sent this. Of course, you see the Sabre badging right there, and then right here you have it where you can Velcro at the top a lot of different patches and stuff like that if you want. So let's go inside the case right here. So let's start here, open it up, and that's what you get right there. So right here you have where you can put your magazines. You can put extended magazines right here. You also can put your regular standard magazines in that area. They give you plenty of room right there for that. And then if you unzip right here, you can put your firearm. And this is how it's gonna come when it's being shipped to you. Okay, you'll actually have your gun inside. That's how mine at least was. And of course you have your firearm right here. Pretty amazing firearm. It does not come with the light, and it does not come with the optic, okay? It comes with everything else that you do see. So let's continue to look at the case right here. So if I fold that down, unzip the top, right in this area right here, they give you, it looks like a patch, a Palmetto State Armory patch, and you do get a lock for safety, okay? And then they give you some kind of barcode that you can scan. So product manual that you can scan right there. So that's pretty cool. You can scan that on your screen right now. And of course, with this case right here, it looks like they do have the brand right here stitched in. So that's pretty damn cool. Right here, you do have some added room right here where you can add anything, accessories and stuff like that. You have more Velcro area right here to put anything that you need to, like Molly or anything like that if you want to. And other than that, in the inside, it looks like that's about it. So this thing is pretty damn cool. I just love the fact that they not only gave you the firearm, but they gave you a quality case to come along with it. So let's check out the gun. All right, so let's check this pistol out right now. Of course, we're gonna check out the PSA Sabre Dagger Micro 9mm. Yes, this is the one that PSA cannot keep in stock, because every time it's available in inventory, it gets sold out completely. So the question is is this the 43X killer? It makes me wonder. It really does. It has a lot more features than the 43X, the Glock 43X, but is it truly the 43X killer? Y'all leave it in the comment section below and let me know what you think after this review. But let's go ahead and jump into it real quick. I just love the look of this pistol. Man, you talking about design, you know, and also that camo. That camo is just sick. And of course, they have different designs that you can choose from for the Sabre Dagger online, and you'll see that on the screen right now. Many different types that you can choose from, but I really love this camo that they have on this lower frame. It looks really good, that woodland. I like it a whole lot. And another thing, you know, we have to talk about price here. So I haven't been able to find the price for this online because it's been sold out. But from what I remember, this is a little bit more expensive than a Glock 43X. So the Glock 43Xs, I know you can find those right now for about $450, $475, somewhere in that range right there. And I think this is a tad bit more online, but just look at it. It just might be worth it. So of course, we're going to get this out to the range and truly see if this is a contender for that Glock 43X. But as far as compatibility, it's pretty compatible with all its parts, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. I just love the fact that they're able to give you a metal mag right here. And that mag is metal in the front, and then it's also half polymer right there, which is cool. And then you have your mag well right here, which is also metal. So that thing is pretty hardcore, pretty tough right there. Not only do you get one in that case, they give you two of them right here. So you just don't get two standards. You get one magazine, which holds 15 right here. The other one also holds 15. You see that right there. And then they give you the mag extensions right there, which are going to hold around an extra 2 rounds in there. So that gives you plenty of rounds to be able to protect yourself. Let's go ahead and talk about the specs. So of course, I've already told you that this is a 9mm pistol. When we're looking at the length right here, the length is 6.5 inches. The width right here is 1.1 inches. So it is an extremely thin gun, makes it ideal to conceal carry. The height right here is 4.9 inches, and that's without the mag inside the firearm right here, guys, okay? Moving a little bit north right here as far as the slide finish is a Cerakote black. And I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you can see how awesome that finish is on that slide right there. So that's what it looks like. It's Cerakoted all the way around right there, as you can see. Regarding the slide material right here, the slide material is a stainless steel, and the lower frame is very different. The lower frame is polymer, and it has this laser stippled M81 woodland frame right here, and you can see that. So part of that right there is that woodland that you can see, that polymer part of it, and then you have that stippled part right there. And I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you can see it. So this is a different material from any other pistol that I've ever felt. It almost feels like it's like metal in that area. It's pretty damn cool. You have it right here on the back strap area. These are not detachable, okay? And you also have it right here in the front, that same texturing, and it's a really good texturing also, and we'll go back to talking about that in a few minutes. As far as the weight right here, they say that it's 16.8 ounces unloaded, but of course I'm gonna put it on the scale with and without the magazine. So here we go. All right, so it is set to 0 right here, as you can see on the scale. I'll go ahead and hit 0 again, make it 0, and then let's go ahead and try it without the mag in the inside. So let's put it on the scale, see what we get. So right here, we're getting 1 pound, 3.3 ounces. 1 pound, 3.3 ounces. Now let's put the magazine in. All right, let's see here. And with the magazine in it right now, we're looking at 1 pound, 6.4 ounces. 1 pound, 6.4 ounces. So not bad for a micro compact firearm. So now let's check out the footprint and see what type of footprint this pistol has right here. And of course, you can see that it carries some of the smaller Optic footprints that are out on the market right now. So this one right here has a Shield RMSC. So it is RMSC footprint. So you can basically fit optics like Vortex Defender, Holosun 407K, or, you know, the 507K, and of course the Shield RMSC. So I think it works well with this whole setup right here because it is a smaller, thinner type pistol right here. Now, this is something super dope, guys, that I want to let you guys know about. Now, before we get into the slide features, some more slide features, I'm going to show you that PSA micro slides are also compatible with this PSA Sabre Dagger Micro lower frame. Yes, not only that, the Glock 43, also the Glock 43X and the Glock 48 frames are also compatible with this. Now, how awesome is that? And I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick. So of course I do have my PSA micro slide right here, and you can see that that's one of the older models right there, but I basically made a build out of this one, and this is a 43X clone. So let me go ahead and show you how interchangeable these things are. So watch this. If I take this off, now, of course, I'm not gonna go ahead and take it off on film right here, but I'm going to go ahead and swap this slide to this frame, this slide over here to this frame also to show you the compatibility. Here we go. So check that out. Not only will the slide fit on some of the others that I mentioned to you before, but it will also fit on aftermarket 43X lower frame. So I thought that was pretty cool. And check it out. It gives it a totally damn different look. So it's like it's a whole nother damn firearm right here. So I thought that was pretty cool that you're able to do that with those different type of configurations right there. So there you have it, that right there. And then you have the Sabre Micro Dagger lower frame right here, the old school Micro Dagger slide right there. And it fits, it's compatible. And guess what? It works the same, no difference, guys. Trigger works great, everything. Watch this, everything works. Take this out, rack it, awesome. Apex trigger, man, gotta love it. Look at that. So everything works the same. So that is pretty cool that you're able to do that with this pistol. Now let's keep looking at some of the features that this gun has right here. Let's go ahead and look at the metal fixed sights that this has right here. So yes, these are not polymer. These are metal sights right here, and they're running the white dot system right here that you have. So that's the white dot. You have them in the rear right here also, and that rear sight right there is also metal. And I'll go ahead and let you hear that. That's full metal right there. So those should last the test of time right there with this pistol. Of course, it would have been cool if they could have gave us some night sights for this pistol, but I'm pretty sure on the next model we'll probably have that from PSA, especially with them hearing that on this channel right here. Moving right along, let's look at the serrations. So these are different, guys. These serrations right here are totally different. They're coming up with some very unique designs when it comes to this. They used somewhat of a knurling in almost a vertical position here on the slide, but it's not aggressive enough. So while racking the gun, I mean, it gives you grip, but my hands slip just a little bit, especially when I get a little bit too hot or maybe a little bit more moisture. So if they can just make that a little bit more aggressive in the next rollouts, I think that will be ideal for this pistol right here. But let me know what you think. If you already have this pistol, let me know, if you feel like these are just right, or if you're feeling the same way that I do about this. Right here, you do have a pretty dope design right here. It's like a slide cut window, or just your slide cuts right there. You can see your barrel, it is exposed. And then on this side also. Now, I don't think you can get any side ports on that, but I might be wrong. You might be able to, get some side ports going on, or just get it customized where they can get you some ports right there at the top of this slide and help mitigate that recoil on this pistol. But I don't think I'm going to do that type of work on it. I'm going to keep it just like this. Let's look at the barrel length right here. So let's go ahead. Of course, there's nothing in the chamber. And this is the barrel that you get right there. And I always like to show the inside of the barrel so you guys can see it right there. But this barrel is 3.41 inches. And the barrel is stainless steel regarding that barrel. Now, the barrel's finish is a black nitride. However, you can see you have those small blemishes right there from when that slide, slides down in the front of it right there. And it kind of catches that front part. So you may want to go ahead and lubricate it, just because that shows you that it's friction right there between your slide and your barrel. So always put a little lubrication right here on the barrel to help mitigate that friction. Again, the blemishes are not a big deal, but it's just a good practice, to put that lubrication there. Now let's check out the inside of the gun just to kind of see how it looks and take the barrel out. All right, so here it is. This is the inside of it. Of course, it's looking a little crummy because, we were out at the range shooting a lot of rounds through it, but that's it. That's what it looks like right there as far as all your controls. You can see that right there. And then, of course, you have your guide rod right here. This is not polymer or plastic. This is metal. The cap right here looks like it's plastic, but the rest of it is metal. And then let's look at the barrel. That's your barrel. And it does say Sabre right there on the side, which is pretty damn cool. So that's it. Now let's check out the Picatinny rail that we have right here. And of course you see it is a very, very short Picatinny rail. And the reason being is because these are 43X type clone pistols right here. And this one also has that short rail, as you can see. Now, if you need some ideas on the type of flashlights you need to go with, this one right here, I'm running a Streamlight TLR7X sub on this one. It fits really good. You're going to have to run the shorter, smaller type flashlights for these type of guns. And this one right here is the TLR7 sub. And this one works well also on this pistol. Now, if you need to find out, and if you don't want to run these type of flashlights on your guns, you can always go to GPT chat or Google and type in compatible flashlights for the 43X, and they will work with this type of pistol. All right, so let's check out this slide stop right here. Now, this slide stop is not ambidextrous, and you can see that on the other side right here. So it's not reversible and it is not ambidextrous. It's only on this side. However, it is an extended slide stop, so it makes it really, really easy to release the slide forward with that little notch right there. So it makes it extremely easy to be able to do that. The other type of slide stops are flatter, and sometimes if they're not worked in, it makes it very, very difficult to be able to do so. Let's get back to some of this texturing right here. So you do see this same texturing that you have right here on the side of the grip, on the back of it, right here and right here. It's exactly the same, and it gives you a nice substantial amount of grip while you're properly holding the gun. So your thumb will be positioned in this area, and on the other side, while you're practicing safety without your finger, your index finger in the trigger, it still gives you grip for that index finger right here. So they nailed it out the park with that one. Now let's check out this trigger guard right here. Keep this in mind, guys. This is a it's a smaller trigger guard in this area. So if you're a guy with big hands like myself or bigger, it may be a little difficult to get that finger through there if you're wearing gloves. So just keep that in mind. That's something that I noticed about this trigger guard. Now, that's just one of the cons. However, there are some pros with this also. So with this right here, you do have that texturing at the bottom of the trigger guard, and it's the same exact texturing as it is right here on the grip. You get it right there, and because I have the flashlight on here, you can't see it, but it's also in the front. You can see it just a little bit right there peeking out, and I'll use my flathead screwdriver right here to show you, but you can kind of see it peeking out right there in that area. It's also another set of patched area right here for grip right in the front of that trigger guard, because some people like to grip in a specific type of way, so they made sure to add it right in that area in the front of the trigger guard. So I thought that was pretty cool. You do have that undercut right here, but you don't have that double undercut in the trigger guard. It is time to check out this magazine release button, and they freaking nailed it with this magazine release button. So let's start here. This is reversible. It is not ambidextrous, but it is reversible. So that works great for people who are left-handed and stuff like that. Another thing about this magazine release button is that it is rounded. So it makes it really, really comfortable while pressing down on that button right there. And as you can see on my clone, this lower right here is a SCT frame. Beautiful setup that I have going here, but this is a SCT frame, and you can see it is not rounded in that area. Now, it's still comfortable because it's wide. And you have the serrations right here. So it's wide, it's not bad at all, but while you're out at the range, if you're running, you know, for hours and shooting with the same pistol, that little pointed area right there can be quite annoying. So you can see it. So with these SCT frames, as far as the grip, feels great, that granulated grip, but that pointed area, if they can round that off in that area, man, that'll be a winner for this pistol. So they did a great job, and you can see the differences between the two magazine release buttons right here. Now, while we're talking about the magazine release button, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it works here. So these are the mags that comes with the gun right here. Put it in right there, and you just push it. Now, you've seen that, right? They're not flying out like they're supposed to. So it comes out, and keep in mind, I am holding this pistol sideways, but I've reviewed other guns where if I press this magazine release button, they come out like a torpedo. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not the smoothest thing coming in and out right there. But the good thing about all of this is that you can run Glock mags through this also. So I do have a 10-round OEM Glock mag right here, but watch this. This is gonna be interesting. Comes out like a damn torpedo. Now, isn't that interesting? No problems. I mean, even pushing it in, it's less friction. It flies out like a torpedo. Again, guys, I know that you're going to be having this gun in a vertical position, so it's not going to be a big issue with the mags that come with it because they're going to come out pretty good. But still, you can see right there that these things are being pushed out like torpedoes. Now, I do have this one too, just to show you that it can take the OEM Glock mags. It can also take the Palmetto State Armory mags that they sell on their website. The front are metal, polished metal, and the back is polymer right there. These are 15 rounders. These also fit in it too. Look at that. Pretty awesome. So these do not come with the gun. I ordered these for extras online for my C1 Dagger pistol upstairs, but it fits and they come right out. So if you need extra mags and you want something that's gonna run a little bit more smoothly through the grip of the gun, you may want to go with these or some Glock mags. Let's get back to this grip right here. Man, I really like this grip. Now, some guys like detachable, you know, back straps and front straps and side straps. You just simply don't get that with this pistol, but this grip feels great. Even under the intense pressures outside, when it's a little bit hotter, more moisture, your hand stays into position with this pistol. I ran hundreds of rounds through it so far, and this thing just feels great. So, you know, I damn near almost got to give them a 10 on that grip right there. I really like that. I mean, the texture of this grip right here just ensures your hand stays in place, and then that mag well right there keeps everything in position. Now, of course, we're gonna check out the trigger here. So let me go ahead and give you a quick 360 so you can see that trigger. You see that safety blade, and when you press down on that safety blade, it is flush. That's a big deal for me, and I know it is for a lot of other people, but look at that, it's flush right there. Pretty awesome stuff. This is an interesting trigger, but I have to tell you about it. So this is an aluminum flat face trigger, and it's comfortable. So when you're pressing on it like this, it's very comfortable. However, the trigger is gritty, and you can see I have oil in here just to kind of loosen it up. I thought that was going to loosen that grip up, but it hasn't yet, and I've shot this gun for quite some time. So I don't know, maybe over a period of time, you won't feel that grip, but while I'm doing it right now, and maybe you can hear it. Can you hear it? That's the grit right there that I'm feeling. And not only can you hear it, you can feel the grit in that trigger. It does not prevent you from pulling the trigger, but it's there, it's noticeable. Now, keep in mind, it is less noticeable while shooting the gun. So that's just some things that I wanted to mention about the trigger so far that I noticed. Let's go ahead and do a trigger pull on this trigger, this flat face trigger. So like I said, very comfortable. You can hear that grip right there. That's your take up. That's your wall. And it's a pretty damn solid wall. That's your wall. Break. Let's reset. Should reset right there. Okay. Let's try it again. That should reset right there. Let's wrap one more time for you. Take up. Wall. Solid wall. Nice. Very nice. Break. Let's reset. That's your reset right there. So as far as it being like audible and tactile, it's nailing it with that, but it's just that little grit, especially when you're dry firing the gun. So I don't think it's like a hugely big deal. And of course, we're about to go ahead real quick and weigh the trigger. So let's give it a rack here. Set it on the table. We have the Wheeler scale right here. Let's position it. Let's see what we get. All right, it looks like it came in at 5.5 pounds right there. I don't know if that was a premature pull or what, but let's try it again. Okay, rack it. Let's go ahead and try that pull again. Oh, it came in at a little over 5.5 pounds on that trigger right there. Let's try it again. All right, and it came over at a little bit over 5 pounds right there. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a 5-pound trigger as it stands right now. Will it break in, you know, and give you less of a poundage? Probably so. So if you have this gun, and if yours is coming in at less than 5 pounds, drop it in the comment section below. Now let's get back to comparing this gun. Of course, this is the 43X clone. We're gonna compare it to the other clone, which I have, which is a total build right here. Basically 43X. And whenever they're clones like this, the measurements come in pretty much precise. So let's look at the length of the slide, see how long it is. And I'm sure when these things are side by side, they're gonna be exactly the same length, and they are. So check that out, same exact length. And when you're looking at the width of it, it looks like that SCT build that I have right there might be a little thinner because of the way that it's designed, but not much of a difference at all. And I'm sure if I had the Glock 43X side by side with this, it'll be pretty damn close. Let's look at the grips right here. And what I'm gonna do is drop the mags on these right here just to get a better measurement going right here. So here we go. Now you wanna exclude the mag well, guys, because this build right here at the top does not have a mag well. So just imagine if this mag well wasn't here. Look at that. It's pretty much gonna be the same damn length as far as the grip. If this mag well wasn't on there, pretty much the same length. So based off my analysis and me going to the Glock store, I've held this Sabre Micro Dagger side by side with a 43X, and the measurements were coming in pretty much the same as far as dimensions. This again is such an awesome gun. You know, their attempt to be able to make something that was a little bit different, clone, you know, compatibility as far as being able to interchange those parts and pieces between the 43X, I think they did a damn great job. So is it something that you may want to add to the collection? I would say yes. Why not? I mean, if you collect guns and you like things like this, or if you're the type of guy that like the micro compact type style guns, then yes, you want to go with something like this. Is it going to be your EDC? I'm not sure yet. I have to do some more testing with this to see if it's reliable enough, but I will let you guys know. So let's go ahead real quick. Let's get this thing out to the range and see what it can really do. And another thing, y'all let me know in the comment section below, which combo y'all like better. You rolling with the build, or are you rolling with the Palmetto State Armory, you know, Sabre Micro Dagger? Drop it in the comment section below. Let's go. Now let's rock out with this 124 grain white box Winchester. And these are full metal jackets. So let's see how it handles. It's handling good so far. It does have a little bit of recoil, so you really have to control the gun. You know, they're known for doing that, especially the 43Xs. So with this form factor, it's giving you that same type of feeling. So let's go. Damn. Come on, I.T.T. Yeah. 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 There we go. Okay. Man, tell me what you want. That camo go hard. Tell me what you need. Give it to you. Yeah. I'm loving this, man. Look at that, y'all. With that Defender on there, them rounds, you know, until I get sponsored, I'll never fill up a mag, so. Yeah, that's that one right there, guys. Let's get some more. All right, let's get 8 more for the road. Let's go. Let's go. Couldn't find that dot. Yay. Didn't lock back that time. Interesting. And this one right here has a flat slide stop. So, oh no, it does have one little notch on it. So my thumb probably did hit that. Nice. Man, that color, and just look at how it seats. Beautiful, beautiful gun. When you first get it, it'll be kind of rough on the racking. So you got to get it oiled up and shot, and then it starts to function a whole lot better with the slide and the lower. So that's something that I noticed. But right now, I mean, this thing is working like a champ. As we are out here at Area 51, go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
So I'm Ken, I'm the range safety officer up here at OK Corral. Today we're out here shooting the Palmetto State Dagger. We got the camo Cerakote on it, nice grip texture. Ugh. Shooting 115s. Got the Vortex red dot. Yep.
All right. How does it feel in the hand so far to you?
It's great. It's got a nice size. Got the mag flare. We got texture all over the weapon, so you're not going to be slipping and sliding while you're having fun.
All right, man. Go ahead. Get some of your first shots, man.
All right, brother.
Let's get it. Yeah. There you go. You had a jammy? It's okay. Damn, you want to run that back? There you go. What was causing those jams?
You know, not sure. We had one failure to feed, one failure to eject.
And you know, it is that Monarch.
Yes,
that
sir.
Monarch, I don't know why it does that in my guns sometimes, man. Let's try some different ammo.
Alrighty.
Let's try, what we got? Monarch, here you go. We got some 124. We got some 124.
I'll let him use it, but not I.
What you say, Ben?
I said I'm gonna let him use it, but not you, because I done gave you one already.
Yeah, we're gonna try this Winchester white box.
And that's the
9mm
Dagger mag with the extension, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I have problems out of that Monarch, man. And many of my pistols, I noticed. I just don't like that shit.
Even the handgun ammo?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
My handgun ammo, I be having problems with it, man.
Dang. Do you think their quality's gone down?
I wonder it could be that damn slide stop, because I did change that.
Well, do you think the quality of the Monarch has gone down?
I don't know. I don't know. It's in between either the ammo or it's in between my slide stop, because
I was gonna say that slide stop. The slide is really hard to pull all the way back.
What if they're cutting costs to account for tariffs?
Let's say what?
What if they're cutting costs to account for tariffs?
I don't know. Let's see if this makes a difference at least.
Alrighty, round 2.
Let's try it. Let's see what we get, y'all. There you go. See, it's moving better already. I'm telling you, bro.
It's ammo.
I'm telling you, it's ammo.
Yep.
It's something with the Monarch, and I know what it is. Ben, it's the brass casing, the way they make their casings, man. You know that little indentation part down there by the primer?
It's on the 9mm too?
I don't like that shit, man.
9mm too?
Yeah, it's on 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, and 9mm. It does that, man.
Fantastic weapon, man. Love
How did the
thing.
124 feel in your hand, though?
124 felt great.
It did?
Definitely not as spicy as that 140, 147 that you got, but yeah, I like it.
Very good.
Highly recommended.
All right, Ben, you up next, my boy. Guess what, you guys? We got your favorite guy right here. And look at
What's
that.
up with you?
Look at that. Let's go, guys. He's going to be shooting a Dagger right here,
Yeah.
Micro Dagger Sabre,
Yeah.
to get his experience and see what it's all about. So far, people have been loving it. We did have some hangups. What was it? 115?
Yep.
Yeah, and it was that Monarch stuff, man, once again. And then we ran it back, and we ran it back with, was it Blazer or was it the other one? Oh, Winchester white box we ran it back with. Yep.
Problem child.
Man, big problem child. All right, Ben, you ready for it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was gonna say, like, my first impressions is I really like this grip. I kind of like the way the side serrations kind of grab onto me.
Now, do you feel like this? Because in my video,
Yeah.
I talked about how these are not aggressive enough. What do you think?
Let me see.
I don't think they're aggressive enough. I think they could have went a little bit more aggressive with the
Maybe, but another,
serrations.
if this was for concealed carry, another concern we have with aggressive is if it's rubbing on your skin.
Yep.
You know, so that's kind of a good balance you have to find with if this is considered a concealed carry handgun.
Right.
If we're doing competition with this, that's a different story.
Right.
But
Other than that, ergonomically speaking, how does it feel?
I like it. I wish they would sell I'm waiting for them to sell these parts individually, because
I think they do online.
I
I think they do with the slides now.
Oh, I was wanting the frame.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't when I ordered my Dagger frame, they didn't have these yet.
I wonder. I'm gonna check online.
Because I
and
was
see.
gonna do my build like that with this,
Okay.
but they didn't have it yet.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Being on it, y'all. Showtime. Did it lock back?
Oh yeah. You know, for how the size of this gun, it doesn't have as much bite as you think. And if you do some port jobs, I think this would be really nice. This would be really nice with some port jobs. I'm not sure if they offer products with the port job.
Right.
But I would absolutely look into some ports.
Okay.
That would be peak.
That would be nasty too.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna do it. Watch. After watching this video.
Feels like
You said they port the full size ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
it kind of feels like a Palmetto Mete Prime.
What?
That's because I've got the Prime over there. It kind of, if we did some ports on this, it would give the Prime the run for its money.
Go ahead and put the Prime side by side with it real quick, just so they can see us side by side.
And
I
they
wonder,
have the same
is it
optic
the
on
same
too.
size?
Yeah.
Huh. Put them side by side real quick and see if they're the same exact size. Yeah, just like that.
Okay, the prime sticks out a little bit.
Sticks out just a little bit more.
Yeah, so if they did like a kind of like a Glock 48 with a port, it would be interesting.
What about the back of the grips? Are they just as long or? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, with the flared mag well and everything, it still feels like I can get my hand on it all the way, and the mag well is pretty comfortable.
It pushes the fingers into position.
It does. It does. This one's designed for like maximum concealability.
Grip texture.
I
think PSA nailed it with the grip texture.
But
it's different.
If we're concerned about concealed carry, I gotta actually test this to see if this is going to eat my skin or not, you know.
Right.
But this one seems like a good balance between, okay, aggressiveness, but this one, it's aggressive, but not so aggressive to the point where I feel like it would eat my skin.
Right.
That may be a good compromise they had to come up with when they were designing this.
Right.
We don't know. I kind of want to like test out carrying guns like this and to see if they really like grind on my skin or whatnot, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, guess what we're about to do, Ben? Some barricade shooting.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. All right, guys. I'm about to shoot in behind this barricade wall that Chad built. Modular, dope. We'll be doing a video on this right here. I got your boy Ben right here. We ready to go. And I'm gonna see if I can play some shots through these holes. It's not as easy as what you guys think. It is not, trust me. So let's go ahead. Let's get it. Here we go, Ben. Let's see. Yeah. 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 Missed that one. There we go. That's it. Man, that's a different feeling.
All right.
That's a different feeling, Ben. Guys, barricade time. Let's go! Yeah! 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 Let's go, Ben! Yeah! My boy Ben, stop playing, man. We in here, man. Barricade time. And like I said, we got some more footage coming with this barricade wall, man. We'll be shooting rifles, pistols, all type of shit through this thing. You know, they're kind of like this one. Yeah. Let's go. All right, gang, 115 grain blazer, and this is brass also. Let's see how this responds. We have lock back. We are back. We are back. We are back once again. Let me know if you really enjoyed that video. And also let me know, did you take something away from that video? You know, an idea for your type of pistol that you're gonna run right here. Will you run it in this type of setup, or will you just kind of customize your Sabre Dagger yourself? Because you can do that in many type of ways. Make sure you drop that in the comment section below and let me know how you have your setup. Palmetto State Armory, I'm gonna go ahead and say this one right here, I think is a winner. Of course, in the future, I will be recording a video with maybe like 1,000 rounds or 2,000 rounds through this to see how it stands up to the elements and also if it's a reliable option for you all. Of course, make sure you check the description section below because you will see some detailed information about this puppy right there, guys. So please like, comment, subscribe. Smash that notification bell so when I roll out the latest videos, you'll be able to receive them. And also, one more thing, make sure you hype the video up. There's a way that you can go into the comment section. I think you kind of scroll left or right or something like that. And it's a little hype button that you can hit to kind of put us in the algorithm a little bit more. For some reason, YouTube loves to restrict our content, guys. So remember,
I'm not from this planet.